Good afternoon and welcome to Something in Need for You. Welcome to Something in Need for You. Thank God for this wonderful weather. I also believe that you're looking after yourself, making sure that you drink. If you live in this part of the world, in United Kingdom and Europe, make sure you have water with you at all time. Don't get dehydrated. Drink water all the time, all the time. This is not a time of fasting, it's a time of replenishing your body system. Hallelujah. Welcome to Something in Need for You. Comes your way every Thursday, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Let me encourage you, beloved, to share on your platform. And I belong to so many platforms, but in the last few days now, it's been so difficult to share on my wall, and I don't know why. Maybe the settings on my phone made it difficult. So I'll try to have a look again. But if you can share on your wall, please do, please do. So today, I want to look at what I call strategies for unusual progress. Strategies for unusual progress. You see, no one wants to be a failure. No one wants to be a failure. Even the devil do not want to be a failure. Not to talk of God, not to talk of us that are children of God. You don't want to be a failure, because when you are a failure, no one wants to be connected to you. No one wants to be associated with you. No one loves failure. We all love success. Now, even though that despise what is going on in back home in Nigeria, that we have our different political divides, our issues, disagreement, but guess what? When Toby won the world record, the gold medal, everyone, irrespective of your view about the country, irrespective of your region, your tribe, you see, everyone was so proud, so elated, so excited that here we go, someone putting the name of the country on a global map in a positive way. And the recent concluded the Commonwealth Games too. Discovered that Nigeria won about 35 to 36 medals. So, and you can see how everyone, all Nigerians are so excited. So in other words, we love success. We love to be associated with success. We celebrate success. No one wants to celebrate failure. No one. So that's why today, I want to share with you some strategies that you may likely find useful in your desire, in your endeavor to become a success, to make progress in life. And I can assure you, whether in a secular business or ministry, we all need success. Whether you're young or old, you want to be successful in what you do. Even if you are a thief wants to be successful. You want to steal more. He doesn't want to be caught. Neither does he want to be arrested. Also, the police want to be successful. They want to, catch the thieves. They want to catch the bad guys. So they want to be successful. And recently, a couple of days ago, the NHS, made an announcement. It was all in the news, celebrating the success of NHS in the sense that they were able to reduce the waiting list on operation from over 40,000 to less than 3,000. That is amazing. That is amazing. That is success. Success. But the question today is, how did they manage it? There is a place for prayer. There is a place for action. For action. So what I want to talk about today is applicable to everyone, irrespective of your career. Irrespective of your career, your endeavor, your vision, whether that career is ministry, or you have your own business, or you're an employee, you want the success of your employer, because you need to, the reason why you're employed is for you to add value to that employment. So if you're unable to add value to that business, then you're not making progress. The employer too will not be making progress. Likewise in ministry too. So I know for sure that it is tempting to create a world in which we are perfect. It is tempting and it is extremely difficult, because no one is perfect, and you can't create a world that is perfect. And I remember that feelings when I was younger, that you just want everything perfect. If we have the opportunity, we choose our partners. We make friends with people that matters. But sometimes along the line, we choose wrong partners. We make friends with wrong people, wrong set of people, and the list is on and on and on. But the question today is, do you want to make progress, or you still want to continue to live in the past that is affecting your present, that will eventually affect your future? If you do not want to be living in your past, you want to have a better life, a better career, then it requires a rethink. A rethink. Maybe you've been fired from a job. Maybe you've been rejected, intimidated, you lost your loved ones, your business not doing well, things is not really working the way you want it to be. But all I have come to share with you today is, it doesn't have to continue that way. There are things you can do to make your future better than your past. Even to make your present more beautiful than your past. See, I will encourage you to look at your role, the role you play in getting you to where you are today. Whether where you are today is a painful exercise, a painful experience, but you also need to look at your role. What role did you play? Are you that kind of a person that just feel that whatever will be, that do not have to do anything? Well, let me shock you. Whatever will not be if you do nothing about it. Don't be like an ostrich that loves to bury his head in the sand, thinking that the problem will just go over, nothing will happen. No problem will go over you folding your arms, doing nothing. So, but also, in your previous experience, no matter how bitter or terrible it is, what lesson do you learn? What lesson do you learn? The elder says something very profound. And this is what they said. That when children fall, they get up and keep running. But when elders fall, they get up, they look back and see what made them to fall, what mistake they made. What can they do to avoid the pitfalls? There are pitfalls of life that are going to come your way. Some you must have gone through them, you must have encountered them. Maybe when you're growing up, maybe at your early stage, in your primary, secondary, university days, in your working career, in your marriage, in your ministry, in your business, you've experienced these pitfalls. But what lesson do you pick up from those pitfalls so that history will never repeat itself again? And having taken all this into consideration, then I have come to share with you 6 or 7 things that I believe can help you to make what is called unusual progress. Strategies for an unusual progress. The first thing first, let me start from the biblical perspective, and I call it humility. Humility. You see, many people today have insecurities. And because they have insecurity, they try to compensate for their feelings of inadequacy by doing what they can to make themselves look better. By doing what they can to make themselves look better. But when you look at what the scripture says in Luke chapter 14, Luke chapter 14 from verse 7 to 15, you will discover that Jesus did not directly attack the human desire for honor. But Jesus simply pointed out that if you really want to make yourself better, the best strategy is humility. Is humility. No wonder the scripture says in Chronicles that if these people that are called by my name, God responded, that if truly these people that are called by my name, and they have said, I am their God, their Father, and they said, they've made themselves to be my children, and they call on my name, the condition for them to enjoy my goodness is to develop this strategy of humility. That if they can humble themselves, look, you want to make progress, that somebody, let me say this to you, somebody knows what you do not know. And you do not go to that individual with arrogancy, raising your shoulder. You want to buga. What do you have? See, I know that there is a song, that is making waves that people dance to it all the time. That let me say buga, whether you raise your shoulder, you want to buga, but you have to have something that makes you to raise your shoulder. If you are empty, and you are raising your shoulder, then you are a fool. Because whoever that raised their shoulder, you are saying to the person that I am here, I am loaded, I have it. It has happened. God has done it. But you have nothing, and you are raising your shoulder to people that can help you. Isn't that suicidal? Isn't that suicidal? So, when the scripture talks about humility, then you can see that if you're humble enough, you can get away with so many things. One of the most dangerous things is pride and arrogancy. Many people, if not all, detest anyone that is arrogant, detest people that are not humble, detest people that are full of themselves, detest people that think that they know more than others. And you do not know more than others, because no one is got monopoly of knowledge. No one is got monopoly of knowledge. You just have to understand the basic facts of life. That humility leads to honor. Humility leads to honor. Because our Christian faith is about putting others first. And by so doing, you are putting yourself first. When you put others first, others put others first, others put others first, you discover that others will put you first. But when people come to realization that you're selfish, you're self-centered, you only care about yourself, you care less about others, it's all about what you can get, what you're going to become, you and your family alone. There's a limit to how far you can go, because very soon they will know the kind of person you are, and you'll be caught out for it. You can fool people many times, many people many times, and it's often said that you cannot fool them many times, neither can you fool them for a long, because very soon you will be exposed. You will be exposed. See, every inventor tends to put others first, and that's why they become great. I have said this many times in a different coin, that when you're a service provider, then as a service provider, your desire is to solve problems. So when you are a problem solver, people will come to you. Then you cannot be empty. You cannot be lonely. Because people will come to you for you to solve their problems. Look, when you look at the phone we had today, the mobile phone. I remember, in the 90s, when mobile phones started, I used to be one of the few people that have a mobile phone, and I have it in my car free, and also have the one that I carry about. It's so heavy like this that you think that you are carrying a suitcase. Gradually, things began to improve, start to change. And I remember at the time too, if you go to bank to open an account, and bank will tell you that no mobile phone is required. All the phone they wanted was the landline. But look at the shift now. Look at the shift. How many people even know their landline? How many? When was the last time your landline, rings? When was the last time? Do you really know your landline number? The reason why some people still have a landline was just because of the broadband internet. And you see, there's a shift in the world. And the phone in your hands carries everything about your life. Everything about your life. Your bank, your college work, your assignment, your email, everything that you can think of. And as a matter of fact, the phone has made many of us to start to not to remember numbers again. Imagine those days when there are no phone, that a lot of numbers you remember offhand. I know the numbers of so many of my members and friends and family. I know the number offhand. The moment they come to me, sometimes I say, will come and say, do you know the number of so and so? I'll just give offhand, because he knows that all those numbers are in my head. Ask me my daughter's number now. I do not know. My own daughter's number, I do not know. Because not that I have a memory, a problem or dyslexia. No, because the technology you have now, why wasting your time? Why taxing your brain? Everything is in your phone. The phone at the time do not have memory. You store the number on the SIM card. Some SIM card there can take 99, some can take 125, some can take 50, some it all depends. So, but now you have bigger memory. You have some phone with 250 gig, some with 512 gig. How many numbers do you want to put in there? When you are problem solver, you make unusual progress. That is the key issue. Always look for a problem to solve. Never look for a problem to create. but look for problem to solve, to provide an answer. You will experience an unusual progress. Everyone that has been involved in developing that aspect of communication, both them and their descendants can never be poor because they are already billionaires. You look at it at the time, WhatsApp, the Ukrainian guy that developed WhatsApp, he wanted to work for Facebook, and Facebook turned him down that they couldn't employ him. Because number one, is he just emigrated to United States. His English was not that fantastic, Mark Zuckerberg was not interested. Then he went to go and solve a problem. And the problem was to create WhatsApp. Today, WhatsApp is owned by Facebook. Because Facebook, the same guy, the Facebook now invited him to a coffee. And then Mark Zuckerberg invited him to a coffee, They went on a coffee on a business talk, and he bought over WhatsApp with billions, and also gave him share on Facebook and sit on the directorship of the Facebook. You can see how being a problem solver can change your life completely, even though you experience a rejection. But don't allow the rejection to determine how far you can go. Let that spirit ginger you that your today must be better than your yesterday, and your tomorrow must be better than your today. Number two strategy. And I said this, that you run away from contentious people. Run away from contentious people. A contentious person is a troublemaker. They spread frustration. Yes. And they spread distrust. They gossip. They are good in slandering people. They promote strife. If you do not run away from them, you will be like them. They aren't going anywhere. Neither do they want you to go somewhere. See, the point I'm making, beloved, is this. Do not encourage relationship with people that are not ready to move. Do not enter into a relationship with people that are not ready to move to the next level. Because they tend to resent your achievement. They cannot see reason why you should be making progress. When you're making effort to do better in life, they'll be telling you that is it really necessary? Is there any reason for it? Must you be? Why wasting your time? Why wasting your money? Why wasting your skill? All you just need is the what we're going to eat today. They'll start to quote to you that the Bible says, give us these days our daily bread. So that's all what you need, what you're going to eat for today. But they've forgotten the same Bible told us that a good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. If your parents do not leave inheritance for you, must you not leave inheritance for your own children's children? Because your parents do not give you that. Is that a reason why you should not give something better for your children's children? He didn't even say your children. He said for your children's children. For your children's children. So you need to be very careful. If not in totality, just run away from contentious people. Because they are troublemaker. They spread frustration, destroy, gossip, slander. They promote strife. They are enemies of progress. So if you want to make an unusual progress, that is the kind of a person that you need to run away from. Run away from them. Number 3 strategy. Keeping your word is about integrity. Keeping your word is about integrity. I remember that when we were growing up, my mother used to tell me, they said to us, not only me, to all our children, says there are times you need to spend £1 to gain a penny. And me, like someone that loves mathematics, I can't really understand the logic behind it. Then why must I lose £1 because I want to gain a penny? It doesn't make sense. But the moral of it is this. It doesn't matter what is going to cost you. Integrity matters. Whatever you need to spend to maintain integrity, then you need to spend it. When you lose integrity, in no time, you will soon be poor. Because not many people will be willing to do business with you. Integrity is the key. So if you're on the platform, can you share on your platform? Can you share on your platform, please? See, integrity really matters. Integrity matters. So, as part of the integrity, never promise what you cannot produce. Because no one will do business with you if you are not a man of your word. You say one thing in the morning, by afternoon, they can't find it there. As a leader, you're already finished. Because you cannot be trusted. You cannot be depended on. And that makes you to be unreliable. So you must carefully review and fulfill any vow that you made. Any promises or pledges that you have made to anyone. It doesn't matter what is going to cost you, you must fulfill it. You must fulfill it. And that was what my mother was trying to say, that sometimes you need to spend £1 because of a penny. You have already agreed. And the reason why some people find it difficult to loan you money was because of your record. Your track record is horrible. The one you borrow, you never pay. And you took people for granted. The man and the woman that borrowed you money, do you think they work in the bank? Even if they work in the bank, they get paid for it. Do you think they're stupid? Or they have nothing to do with their own money? And you borrow, they deny themselves of their own comfort. You know the pain they've gone through to be able to save that money. They borrow you the money and you refuse to pay back. You refuse to pay back. You are closing door against yourself. Because you will come next time. And that next time, then you will not get it. You will not get it. One thing about me is this. You can only slap me once. I will never give you that opportunity to slap second time. Maybe it's a family thing. It's something that I discovered that like every one of us in the family, it happens. And that's just the way we are. You can only slap us once. Second time will not happen. It will not happen. So, all I'm saying, beloved, is that never promise what you cannot produce. Try to make things right with anyone you have wronged. Try to make things right. If you promise, do all what it takes to fulfill it. Do all what it takes. That is when integrity matters. You are never an island. You cannot know it all. There are people that know things that you do not know. So if that be the case, let your word be your word. Let it be. It doesn't matter what is going to cost you. Let it be. Because integrity is the key to the top. Integrity is the key to the top. From the biblical perspective, Proverbs 22 verse 1 said, a good name is better than gold and silver. A good name is better than gold and silver. So, if your integrity is nil, then unusual progress will be far away from you. Number 4 strategy. Number 4 strategy. Never run down the name of your friend. Never run down the name of your friend. The same Proverbs 18:24 said, a man that has friend must show himself friendly. And there is a friend that stick closer than a brother. There is a friend that stick closer than a brother. So do not allow the name of your friend to be ridiculed in your presence. Ah, she said that. Oh, he did that. You are allowing the name of your friend to be run down in your presence. And you call him or her your friend. And you said nothing. And you cannot defend him. You cannot defend her. Very soon, it's going to be your own turn. Anyone that run down your friends in your presence will run you down very soon. It's just a matter of time. You may be laughing now. You may be, excited right now that they're running down your friend and you're excited. But the elder says, show me your friends, I will show you who you are. A friend in need is a friend indeed. A friend indeed is a friend in need. No wonder Jesus said to the disciples, I do not call you servants, I call you friends. Because we need to be there for one another. So do not embrace and encourage a slanderous report about your friend. Do not. Because a trustworthy friend is worthy of any price. Is worthy of any price. A trustworthy friend. I have some good friends that in my time of going through challenges, they were there. They were there. Male and female. They stood by. Because in your journey of life, challenges will come, difficulties will come. It might be my turn now. You never know what is going to be your turn tomorrow. No wonder the prophet of God said, rejoice not, Micah. Say, rejoice not my enemy. When I fall, I will rise. Never rejoice at the downfall of someone at the moment. Because anyone that is not dead, you never know what is going to become of you. And anyone that is not dead, the situation or circumstances can change. So no condition is permanent. That situation is not going to be like that forever. There is always going to be a change. And that's what my late mother used to say. True friends will always have the same enemies. True friends will always have the same enemy. How can you be a friend to my enemy and you are my friend and you are also a friend to my enemy? Don't you know that in no time you will become an enemy to you? And if that person is not very careful, you will bring news or information that will eventually kill your friend. So you can't say, oh, because I don't want to get involved, I don't want to be third party. Then you have to ask yourself serious questions. How can you be free? See that you broker peace between the two of them, or you cut the two of them off. Because at the end of the day, you can't be friend to one, friend to the other. Then when those two, they were enemies. How can you be my friend and you also a friend of my enemy? That's dangerous. Then I don't need to look for death, but because it's obvious that you're death incarnate, and it will soon happen. So if you're not ready to go before your time, then your best bet is to cut that friends off. Is to cut the friends off. Because in the process of trying to be your friend, be the friend of your enemy, and guess what? Your enemy may use him as a way to get to you. As a way to get to you. So, number 5. Maybe just, before I share number 5 with you, let me tell you that things you need to observe if you want to be great. You will need to battle what I call the low effort syndrome. You need to battle it. There's a great deposit of God in you that can make you great in life. Until you start to put it into action, nobody will know that you are so blessed. Nobody will know. So you need to battle that and put it to an end. And also, learn this. Find your brain. And what do I mean by saying find your brain? There's a peculiar or particular talent or gift in you that you have not even made use of at all. Get it out and start to make use of it. Don't die with all those potentials. All the talent and the gift that God has given you that you do not make use of them. Don't die with them. You will be shocked about so many number of people that went to their graveyard without making use of their talent and their gift, and it died with them. Sometimes you need to be in the company of others for your gift to speak out. And that's why I want to share with you the story of Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was popularly claimed to have invented light bulb. But when you look at the story of his life, I discovered that there are some few things we can learn from the secret of his success. That in the process, he was never alone. He worked with a company of others. He teamed up with the right team. He had an idea what he wanted to do. He realized that his skill is limited in certain aspects. So he worked together with other teams. And as a matter of fact, he had about 30 other scientists that work along with him. So that made him to become an effective team player. He was never afraid of failure. And him and his team, they refused to surrender until success was achieved. They failed many times, but they refused to give up. So the team that you belong to, the company that you work along with really matters. Because the discovery didn't happen suddenly, but it eventually happened. And that when the discovery happened, it set him apart. His name is still being remembered till today. He never stopped being curious for new challenges. Try something new at all times. Don't just settle for nothing. Don't be mediocre. Failure in one circumstance is not failure at all. It's only that you have not succeeded in that first attempt. Keep on going. Try it again. Success will come. So, if you really want to make an unusual progress, embrace change. But if you do not want to make any progress, then fear change. No. I just don't want to. I don't want to take a risk. Oh, no. I don't want to be involved. No. I don't want to do that. Don't envy people that took risk and they become a success. Don't envy them. Because you are not ready to take a risk and they were ready to take a risk and they became a success. Things you need to really observe if you want to be great. Set goals. Set your goal, what you want to achieve, what you want to become. But if you do not want to be great in life, don't set any goals. Live every day the way it is, the way it comes. You hear that, I just live every day the way it comes. Such people do not have goals. They do not have goals. There is nothing they have in plans that they want to achieve. And if you want to be great, another thing that you need to do, talk about ideas. I've told you this before. Ideas rule the world. A man with ideas will go places. But if you do not want to go places, if you do not want to become anything, then talk about others' ideas. Don't talk about your own. Talk about others. He did this. He did that. He, went to this place. He was not like this. He doesn't have this. He doesn't do this. You have spent your considerable amount of time to gossip about others. And the person you were talking about, they were making progress. And you are still talking about them. Uncle, you need to change. If not for anything, change for the sake of your family, for the sake of the kingdom. Change for the sake of what the deposit of God upon you. Because maybe the progress of others is connected to you. The progress of others is attached to you. For the sake of others, that you change. You change. Talk about ideas. Ideas rules. Take responsibility. You want to be great in life, then take responsibility. But if you do not want to be great, okay, continue to blame. Blaming game. Blaming game. You always have someone to blame for being the architect of your problem. Yeah, you try to become an Adam. Simple question. God asked Adam, where are you? He couldn't answer straightforward. I am here. So he was asked, where are you? Instead of answering questions, straightforward question, he was putting blame that the woman you gave me. God didn't ask him that question. Where are you? We love to shift blames on other people. They were the one responsible. They were the one this. Oh, it was because of this person that I married. It was because of this church that I attended. It was because of this school that I went. It was because of my manager at work. It was because of the community that I live. You will find one excuse to justify your irresponsible behavior, your inability to take responsibility for yourself. You will find reason. You want to be great in life, unusual progress. Compliment others. Compliment. Even though if they are not yet there, compliment them. Look, everybody wants to be praised. Everybody wants to be praised. But when you only criticize and condemn, then guess what? When they have good idea, they will never discuss it with you because they know that you're a killer of joy. When you compliment them, even though you discover that, okay, you can do it better than this, but you still compliment the effort that they made. Don't wait until the person now dies. You now went to the funeral. You start to talk, paying tribute. Of what purpose is your tribute? Of what significance? Who does your tribute help? Whereas when the man or woman was alive, you never compliment him. You never said good things about him. All what you do is to criticize. Why do you put it there? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? If you're an employer that all you do is to condemn, your business will go down very soon. It will go down very soon. Go and see employer that compliment, that encourage staff. Even in the period of challenges, they will stand with you. They will stand with you. I read the story of the guy that started Razor. And you discover, he said, it's in a book that I read, How to Build a Great Business. in a tough time. How to build a great business in a tough time. I read the book some years. I still have the book in my bookshelf here. And it discovered that during the tough time, he was thinking that the business was not doing well. He was thinking of, laying off all his staff because he couldn't afford to pay them. And guess what? The staff said, in the good time, they enjoy together. But this is a bad time that they were not ready to leave. And what they're going to do, they'll start to work for free without taking pay. But they'll be closing early so that they can go and do some other menial job to be able to put food on the table. They went through that through a period of time, and the company survived. So he built that company as a family thing. All his employees, they work together as a team. And the going down, they stood by him. They stood by him. So you need to learn that. Whether you're in the business or you are in ministry, particularly in ministry, if you make the ministry to be ours, they will join you to take it to the next level. But if you make the ministry, you and your family, you and your wife, I've seen ministry that Mr. and Mrs. Ministry, Mr. and Mrs. Ministry. Let me be clear with you. Those that knows me very well will tell you that I don't believe in Mr. and Mrs. Ministry. If my wife is called and I was not called, then I will support her in her ministry. That is our ministry. That is our ministry. My job is to support. Your job is to support. Until there is a call upon that person. And guess what? If you make everyone to be owners of that ministry, don't forget it's God's ministry. They are children of God too. Whatever belongs to God belongs to the children of God. So stop personalizing the ministry as your own personal business. Otherwise, when you die, the ministry will die with you. But when people know that there's a difference between mine, yours, and ours. If you let them see that it is yours, when it dies, they have no reason to support. But if it is ours, they know that all of us are in it together. We are in it together, and they will support. They will make sure that the success continues even after you. And that is the danger of you not being able to run your business, your ministry, on the basis of the fact that it belongs to us all, that we all own it. And if we all own it, then success will come. We will succeed. But if you make people to think that it belongs to you, it is only when they need you. But the moment they no longer need you, or the moment you are no longer available, you are no longer around, somebody else will take over. They will go somewhere else. There are no permanent members. If today they are with you, keep them. Make them feel comfortable. Let them be owner. Let them realize that they own it. They have free access. It is their father's house. Let them have free access to what their father owns. And if that be the case, look, Jesus went to the synagogue. He was not part of the people that built the synagogue. Never contributed. The synagogue had been there before he was born. He took ownership and he said, this is my father's house. You cannot turn it to a marketplace. How much does he contribute? How much does his father contribute? Joseph. But because that is the house of God, we all own it. It belongs to us all. So don't allow anyone to make you a slave in your father's house. Especially if that house is where you are committed to. You have made it your home, your family church. Then don't be intimidated. Be bold and be confident that together we shall make unusual progress. That's all I have come to share with you today, my brothers and sisters. Just make sure that you never allow your past to determine your future. Let your past remain in the past. Learn lessons. Then thereafter move to the next level. It is the vital truth that I can share with you. If you do it, you will call me one day and say, thank you for this message. And I want to believe there is something in need for you that you can take away today and start to work on it. And by the time we meet again, you will no longer be on the same level. The impossibility now becomes a thing of the past. You will now realize that for anyone that is in Christ, there is no condemnation. There is no mountain you cannot climb. There is no situation you cannot overcome. God owns business. Business belongs to God. The political institution belongs to God. Ministry belongs to God. Everything on earth belongs to God. So if that be the case, go into that world and make an impact. Go into the world, put the strategies together and start to make a breakthrough. And I look forward to share your testimony with you about what you have learned in something in it for you. Think of being an employer. Just think outside the box and you will see how your life is going to turn around. Those employer businesses and companies you see today, somebody decided to think outside the box and the story changed. Until such a time I come your way again, God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Please and please and please drink more water. Keep safe. And let me also invite you tonight to intercession with God. When one of my sons in the Lord will be leading us in a powerful prayer. Evangelist Akin Akekomi, a man of prayer, someone in whom I'm well pleased. I'm going to be there with him tonight at 7 p.m. on Christ Royal Church on Church. Prayer can never be too much. Prayer works. There is a word for you. If only you can attend, just like other people, you will have a better story. Because the Bible says we are not waging war against flesh and blood. It says against principalities and power and spiritual wickedness in high places. So why must you wait for the devil to take the last laugh? Take the battle to the camp of the devil and you will prevail. Iron sharpens iron. I look forward to see you at 7 p.m. at Christ Royal Church on Facebook Live. God bless you and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you everyone online. Thank you Dr. Pat, Mercy Dennis, and Pastor Shino. Thank you. So try to share on Yigbami Pad and on other wall because I couldn't share on my wall again. But try to share. Let it be a blessing. Take your time and listen. It can only be a blessing to you. Bye.